All right, Jesse on Fire. Welcome back to the channel. So we have a developing situation going on where this is really bizarre. I don't know what else to call it. So Jorge Masvidal split with first round management. Now, this was kind of public where George had tweeted about it, but there was so little information that I didn't even do any videos about it because it was just like, first round management is not managing me, so on and so forth. And there was just this like one tweet, right? But then I know that these guys still work on one project together. And so I don't know, it was just really weird. Like I didn't really know what was going on. But now there's a lawsuit between the two of them. And there is like, this is one of the most mysterious lawsuits I've ever seen. Like I read this, I looked at it, I'm going to show it to you guys. And for reasons that I will explain very shortly, I don't have a better word than mysterious. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know what is going on. Okay. And you'll see why when I lay this out, because it doesn't really fit into any type of normal lawsuit box. Like George says something about it where you're like, wait, what? It's very confusing. So I'm going to lay this out and then get your guys' feedback in the comments if you don't mind, because maybe someone will be able to inform me what this might mean. Like I was so oblivious to it. Like I met Malky in Miami at UFC 287, very cool dude, and I actually spoke to him about the Masvidal's pop situation. Like still just not really realizing that they didn't work together, like this last week. So. Anyway, bottom line, I didn't know that this was going on to this extent, and so now I want to share it with you guys. Now, before I do, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I need your guys' help. I nuked myself with the algorithm again. I did not listen to very keen advice from someone who I'll share another thing because I am doing something with them also. So if you subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate that. If you watch my content, just sign in, subscribe, and be done with it. You only have to do it once, and it helps the channel. Tells the algorithm that you guys like me, and it suggests it more, because what I did not. Okay, so a long time ago, MMA Guru told me that he never does live streams and leaves them up. He always takes them down. Okay, so I heard him say that, and I think he even explained to me why he did that, and I just didn't listen. Okay, and so now I finally realized why I will go through these streaks of going way up with the algorithm, and then something happens, and I just lose like 30-40% of my views all of a sudden. I'm like, what is going on? And now I know. That's exactly what it is. It's when if I do back-to-back live streams that are like, an hour and a half, 2 hours long, people look at them, they don't click on them, and then that tells the algorithm that, and it affects my regular videos. I didn't realize that would affect my regular videos because they give you separate stats in the analytics. So I thought like, these are one thing, these are another. It's not accurate. It does nuke you on your regular videos. I now know that. I should have listened to Guru from the beginning. And me and MMA Guru are doing a live stream May 26th. So you guys should definitely look out for that. We'll have more details as we get closer. There's a dead zone with the UFC. And he and I are going to kill the monotony with the most mind-blowing live stream of all time. You have no idea what we have planned for you, but you should definitely put that on your calendar because it's going to be off the hook. So anyway, like this video, comment on the video, tell me what you guys think, and we will rock and roll. I'm serious. Please like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the video, share it with your friends. I would really appreciate it because I really hurt myself again, and it's infuriating. All right, so here we go. So Jorge Masvidal reveals split from first round management, now managing himself. Okay. So Jorge Masvidal is no longer represented by first round management. The UFC star has confirmed he's split. Now, let me say one thing also about first round management. So first round management is, at least as far as I know, versus a lot of other management like teams in the space, they're unique in that they represent a lot of NFL players also. So they're not like, they're not just in the MMA space, right? Now, that doesn't necessarily have any impact one way or the other about anything good, bad, or the other. It's just notable, right? Like you had CAA that was in, that's obviously in everything. CAA doesn't do MMA anymore. As far as I understand it, most of the MMA management are focused on MMA. First round management does a lot of NFL. Again, I don't know if that has any impact on anything. They're who got me. Well, they got Mike McDaniel the tickets to 287, and that's how I was able to sit cage side. So I am grateful to them for sure. Anyway, the UFC star has confirmed that he's split from his longtime management company and is now a free agent in the managing world. Masvidal revealed the news to Ariel Helwani on Monday following an initial report by MMA Mania. Masvidal said there was some sort of falling out, but didn't want to get into the exact details as there may be a legal aspect to the separation. That there is, and again, I'm going to explain why this is so mysterious in a second. So Masvidal said 100% split with them. You know, my mom always said, babe, if you have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. So right now we're going through some turmoil, litigation, and it's not fair. I'm not going to talk about this or that right now. Just we're still going through it. At the end of this chapter, when all these things get done, I'll have an exact report on that. We're going to court, and I don't want to talk about anything right now, anything more than what I just said. Okay, so like, first of all, Masvidal is, Jesus, man, he's having kind of a tough go, dude. You know, like I realize it's like from the outside, people, oh, Masvidal's got the world by the balls. It's like, dude. I mean, you guys know, dude, I've said this a million times. I'm a massive George Masvidal fan. Huge. I love that guy, dude. I really genuinely do. And I obviously want nothing but good things for him. But I'm also a person who's keenly aware that there are a lot of things that, that go into like your life that have nothing to do with just like, do you have money? Are you well known, etc.? Like, it's like if just having money and being well known, that doesn't mean that like everything in your life is peachy keen. And if you look at like what Masvidal's been dealing with lately, like first of all, he just retired from MMA. That's a tough go, dude. Like that, I don't care who you are, especially a guy who had a career like him that was as long as his. That's a tough go. It's a huge adjustment, a massive adjustment. And even though George has a lot of things on the business side going on, I can promise you there is a heavy emotional toll from, retirement from the sport for sure. And then now he's got this thing with his dad also. He has the thing, his dad, who's very close with, is facing life in prison. He's got whatever's going on here with first round management, and he's got this thing with Colby, whatever the nature of that thing is. I mean, like, that's a lot to deal with, dude. And when you're the guy who has all the money and all your friends and family kind of rely on you, I mean, I feel for him, dude. He's got a lot going on. Anyway, so he said, we're not in the greatest of terms. I'll tell you that. I have no ill will towards them. I don't owe them any money. They don't owe me any money, but there's other things that have affected the relationship severely that they could fix, that they could have fixed by now, but they haven't. So I'm waiting for these things to get resolved. Okay. So that's the part that is very confusing to me, that I'm referring to when I say it's really mysterious. So lawsuits are settled by money, right? Like, listen, this is where I'm looking for you guys to give me some insight if you have any. George just said they don't owe me any money. I don't owe them any money, but we're in litigation. So you know what I mean? Like what is that? Like, how are you settling lawsuit? I mean, the only thing that I could think of is they did X, which affected my brand Y, and thus, we're facing litigation. But in that case, you are saying that they owe you money. Like, the way that litigation is solved is the damages are assessed and then granted to one party. Now, and the other thing too is, he doesn't say that he's suing them. He doesn't say that he's suing them. They could be suing him, at least as far as I read that. Maybe I missed it when I read it. If I did, tell me in the comments. But that's what's so mysterious. Again, that's the way lawsuits work. You're suing them you don't like sue them for like an apology. You know what I mean? Like, they could have made this right anytime they wanted to. It's like, all right, but like, how? Because when you go to court, that's the way that these things are assessed, is through monetary means. So I don't know. I just find that incredibly weird. And especially if you're in the middle of litigation, saying that publicly, they don't owe me any money, I don't owe them any money, that actually lends itself to first round management potentially being the person who, or the party that's filed the lawsuit. Because if George said that, that would obviously damage his case if he is the one who's going after first round management. But he also said they could have made this right at any time. So that indicates that maybe it is him that filed the suit. So, like, I don't know. It's just very confusing. Mysterious, right? A mysterious situation. So Masvidal, who's scheduled to fight. So this was actually before he fought in April. He said, when they asked him about management, he said, it's basically me. I'm working with a lot of managers, a lot of companies. There's a lot of great managers out there. And that's another thing. This is no secret. I'll say this because everybody knows that first round management doesn't have the best relations or any relations with any other managers, a lot of sponsors and things like that. I don't know any of those things. Well, I guess I know that Ali Abdelaziz and Malky got into it that one time. they have their own way of doing stuff, and it doesn't appeal to a lot of people. There was a lot of people that I wasn't talking. There was a lot of people that I wasn't talking because have beef with them. Okay, I guarantee that he's been misquoted there because I'm pretty sure George Masvidal knows how to speak English. I'm talking to everybody right now. Every week someone is trying to pitch me or go out to lunch or some fucking movie script this, sponsorship there. Okay, one day closed, but 2,000 windows open. I'm managing myself. Masvidal later added, I really don't feel that I need help in that direct aspect of talking to the UFC. I could do all of that now. I just have to put somebody in place to do this or that, and I'm talking to some great agencies for that. Something can come out of it. I just became a free agent months ago. Just became a free agent months ago. Wait, what? Just became a free agent months ago. Huh. That's interesting. Well, listen, if he's a free agent as it relates to fighting, then I can guarantee you that his retirement is going to be short-lived. But I think he's talking about a free agent as it relates to like sponsorships and stuff if he's saying that he's split with first round management. Now, I have no idea how they do their contracts. I know that some managers, you can just terminate the contract at any time. And then others you sign for a certain period, so on, so forth, etc. But yeah, I just thought that that's a really mysterious situation because, like I said, if he's saying they don't owe each other money, then what's the lawsuit over? You know what I mean? So anyway, that's the gist. I really hope that George is in as good of a place as he can be because, like I was saying, he retires, and most people, most people, they retire, they don't really know what they're going to do. George has a pretty good idea of what he's going to do. He's going into the promotions business. He's got other things going on, but the truth is he had those things going on when he was fighting also. You know what I mean? Like he had those things going on when he was fighting also. You can go more heavily into those things, but there's nothing that's going to just straight up replace this thing that was kind of like the core center of his life since he was essentially a teenager. And then now he's dealing with this thing with his dad too. And I don't know, man. Like I would imagine he's having a tough time. And I wish him the best. Hopefully all of these things, work out. But if anybody has any ideas on what the mysterious nature of that lawsuit might be, I would love to hear it. So anyway, that's what I've got. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. Someone told me that Colby Covington is mad at me. I don't know if that's true, but you have to be joking if that's true. Colby mad at me. Show me a place where I have done anything except defend Colby, except when I made fun of him that one time about his statement to the police, because that was kind of funny. I'm teasing him because I love him, dude. Jeez. Anyway, that's what I got. Love you guys. Peace.